the elections, will take place tomorrow. It's unlikely there'll be a clear winner. There'll probably be, at the end of the day, a coalition government will come in, but this transfer of power is very important. However, the real issue is the violence being perpetrated by the Pakistani Taliban, and there's no let-up in that. They've said they'll disrupt the election day, and not only that, but they'll start killing those candidates who have been elected after the election. So it's not that they're going to stop their activities the moment the elections are over.
Now, 91,000 troops on duty. It seems an irony that the first time we have a transition from a civilian government to a civilian government, hopefully cleanly, you've got to have that many troops on duty to keep the calm and to keep the Taliban at bay.
Well, absolutely. In fact, there are many more police and paramilitary. It'll be up to about 200,000 altogether people on duty. And the Election Commission has now asked the army to be present in some polling stations even. That was something that they had not wanted earlier, but now with this violence and to guarantee that there will be security for the public, they have asked for that. The other downer is that it might rain tomorrow very heavily in some parts of Pakistan, but I think still there will be a very substantial turnout. Especially in Punjab province, where there's been very little violence, most of the violence having been carried out in the three smaller provinces.
That's really good to hear you say that you think there could be a substantial turnout. A lot of people have thought there might not be with all of these threats of violence. Let's say the violence doesn't end up being as bad as it was. I think, could you say that this was would be a huge success for Pakistan if it goes off without too much violence and we do see this kind of transition for the first time in Pakistan's history?
Yes, definitely. It'll be a very, very big transition. It'll be an election in which the army has not interfered at all. In fact, it has cooperated enormously with the Election Commission and with the interim government. And that in itself has been very significant. If you remember the 2002 elections when we had the military dictatorship of General Musharraf, it was a very highly rigged election that was carried out. Now, for the first time, you have an election under civilian supervision and hopefully leading to another civilian government.